The Governor-General, Dame Patsy Reddy, has been welcomed to Waitangi at the start of this year's commemorations. Today's ceremony was something of a trial run for the official welcome on the Upper Marae tomorrow. Organisers are hoping this year's changes will end the protests of the past. Our political reporter Katie Bradford joins us now live. So, Katie, what's changing this year?
Good evening. Well, preparations are well underway up here on the Upper Marae, and as you said, a big historic time here over the next couple of days. That's because usually politicians are welcomed here on February the 5th down at the Lower Marae, down at Te Tii, and that's where you've seen those scenes of protests over the years. And as politicians in the past couple of years, the past two Prime Ministers decided not to come here any longer, and as that happened, organisers here at Waitangi decided some changes needed to be made. Instead, all politicians will be welcomed on here tomorrow at the Upper Marae, at the National Marae. They're hoping that will calm things down a bit and present a better look for Waitangi Day commemorations. If that happens, if they can pull it off, if it can be peaceful, it could set a new trend for Waitangi and how people view it. Although some people, Winston Peters and the Governor-General, have both said they'd like to move back down to Te Tii at some point if things can be kept under control. And with a look at how Ngā Pui is dealing with these changes, here's Yvonne Tahana.
Whatever the weather, these boys are out on the water.
It takes us a few days to look that good or ugly, if you call it that.
They're popular fixtures every year at Waitangi, paddling an hour downriver to welcome dignitaries and share tribal traditions. Usually they're above politics, but years of aggro at Te Tii Marae gets to them. What do you want this day to be?
Oh, just a celebration and no one fighting, and all the politics stay where they're meant to be.
This year, all of the official events have moved from Te Tii Marae to the treaty grounds. The Governor-General welcomed there today. Pēni Henare has been coming since he was a boy. It used to be a grand spectacle, he says.
What I can say is it was inclusive. There were Māori people here, Pākehā people, tourists, foreigners who all enjoyed a spectacular day.
But he believes change had to happen because guests weren't being hosted properly.
I'm from that marae, and it was always hard to have a big hui and then go to the wharekai and there's simply a cup of tea or a glass of water.
Te Tii Marae Kaumātua, Kingi Taurua, is not happy though.
I don't think that we have a role, the marae has a role here, in this here. Because we have different agendas here. Down the bottom, we challenge the government and the Crown in terms of their policies.
But the Waka boys just want to get on with the job.
No matter what happens, we will still pōwhiri the Governor-General, the Prime Minister, because that's what we're here for. Tu manaki, koe tēnā te mea te Māori.
Hoping that all of Ngā Puhi ends up paddling together. Yvonne Tahana, One News.